Guns Magazine editor Brent Wheat, and we're out here in beautiful Paulden, Arizona at Gunsite Academy for the Pat Rogers Memorial Revolver Roundup. Now, if you didn't know, Pat was an incredible firearms instructor, and he was an even better person. I knew Pat personally, but somebody that was a good friend of his was Gunsite CEO Ken Campbell. So let's go inside, talk to Ken, and get some of his memories about Pat Rogers. Well, Ken, both you and I knew Pat. He was a unique individual, but you knew him a lot better. You taught alongside of him, and you've been part of his life. But I guess the question is, he's been gone a couple of years. Why do we even celebrate Pat today?
You know, Pat Rogers was one of those guys that they didn't break the mold. They beat the daylights out of the mold maker after he was born. He's one of these unique, very unique individuals that had a true gift in firearms training. Jeff Cooper considered him one of the top 5 in the world, and that says a lot coming from Colonel Jeff Cooper. So we celebrate Pat because even though he's been gone since 2016, he continues to live on in those of us he trained, and as we continue to train those other good people to stay alive. So we celebrate him because he continues to keep good people alive today.
One of my favorite things about Pat was he had a colorful grasp of the English language, and he could use the big words several times in a single sentence. I've personally seen where he's used some of the big words as a noun, adjective, adverb, modifier, participle, all in the same sentence. But I don't think it got in the way of his teaching.
No, he, again, one of these guys that was really gifted. He could talk to the Little Old Ladies Church Aid Society, and he could talk to Marine Force Reconnaissance. And you need to speak to each of those groups in a language they best understand. I had the opportunity many years ago to work with Pat, Colonel Bob Young, and Louis Auerbach on the range here at Gunsite, helping, and I'm just proud to be carrying the water buckets for these 3 great instructors. And we were teaching what was called a master's class. And that was a course that Jeff Cooper did the lectures. He selected the staff then who did the range work for him. And we had a challenge with some of these folks keeping their guns in the holsters behind the line. You know the rules here at Gunsite. A holstered pistol is a safe pistol. They stay in the holster. We'd turn around, they'd be showing their fancy pistols off. So Colonel Young says, "Chief Warrant Officer Rogers, it's time you address the men on this." And Pat gathered the students up in a group, and he turned loose. And this was pre-iPhone video days, probably best, but it would have been something to see again, because he turned loose. He used that big word, 7, count them 7 times in the first sentence, albeit a run-on sentence. But as you said, a noun, a verb, an adjective, a modifier, and so on. And he carried on like that for about 15 minutes. He could weave a tapestry of profanity that flowed like the mighty Mississippi at flood stage. But the other part of his gift is he could do that and not offend a soul, because that was Pat Rogers' persona.
You were very, very good friends with Pat. Is there a memory or a moment that really sticks out in your head when you think about Pat?
Probably one of my most fond and special memories was I was asked to be part of Pat's honor guard at Quantico. And to be included with that great group of men and women was very touching. Now, going back farther than that, I worked, I don't know how many classes here at Gunsite with Pat. His ability, his brain was so full of so much information, especially about the M16, AR-15, M4 carbine. I've seen him give a lecture on the history of the various followers of the M16 magazine for about 45 minutes. Just the followers. So you know, I got more memories of him that are fond than I can try to even begin to explain to you.
So he really is worth celebrating.
He is. Pat was a great American.